Baymax and the Big Hero 6 are back in a new short animated series. But does the short work? Is it fantastic? Does it remind you of the Big Hero 6 that was great? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Movie Emporium's TV review of the Disney Plus original series, Baymax. This, of course, is based off the Big Hero 6 property. So in the newest iteration that is based off, of course, the Man of Action comic series, as well as the Big Hero 6 movie, Baymax, who is the titular robot in this series, sees himself basically helping people in 6 episodes, about 10 minutes each. He goes around and basically has this like really cute contraption that he kind of puts himself in. And when somebody says ow or ouch or, causes an incident where they hurt themselves, he somehow finds himself in those predicaments in kind of spectacular fashion. Like, for instance, he helps an older woman who's having joint pain. He helps a young girl who's having, her first period. And of course, he helps a cat, which is really interesting because the cat is like swallowed an AirPod, basically. It's pretty interesting to watch. But basically, for 6 episodes for about 10 minutes each, he gets in kind of predicaments that he helps these people out, and they kind of, form relationships with, of course, Baymax and his kind of weird world thinking that he has to being a robot, as well as we have Aunt Cass and Hero who come into the mix, who play into the larger story of this first season. And with that said, Big Hero 6 was one of the biggest surprise when it comes to animated films I've seen in the last decade, to be fairly honest. I really, really love the original movie. I actually quite enjoy the Baymax or Big Hero 6 series, but I find this series kind of fun and enjoyable because it tackles adult themes. It does it with spectacular superhero fashion. But once again, Disney and the people behind this series have created basically what I would call a classic character in the character of Baymax. He's an individual that is lovable. He has a purpose, and he does it with like panache. He doesn't realize what he's doing, but he does it with fun and entertainment value. And on top of everything, he gets himself into predicaments, which actually work themselves out in pretty realistic fashion. For instance, when he's at the coffee house when Aunt Cass, the Maya Rudolph character, gets hurt, he finds himself, even though he's very slow at what he's doing, he's really good at what he does. And it's just what makes the series and its kind of predicaments and ideas and just the idea of Baymax and Big Hero 6 works so well is it has logical thinking. And it's kind of a shame that, they never got a sequel to this movie. But like I said, we've gotten a TV series and now we got this short form series, which helps expand the world that is San Yokio or Sokio or whatever you pronounce it. And so me going into this, I was really excited. And so for my honest review of this particular TV series, at least season 1, I absolutely enjoyed this series. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It gives a lot of great life lessons. It actually tackles subjects that don't get really talked about, especially in animated properties, though Disney is actually getting there to the point where these topics that are being broached are really interesting. The fact of gay families and, girls on their first periods, and the idea of like, a old woman who is starting to have, issues when it comes to health. I love that this series is willing to broach those and tackle those subjects that were once taboo. And I thought that it just was perfect in what it was trying to do. It didn't overstay its welcome. It got to the point really quickly. And these characters are lovable. They're interesting. They're realistic. And that's what this series has always kind of been about, which is about family and the individual nature of those families. And it doesn't matter what you are, what your creed, nationality, what you love, what you don't love. These characters are relatable to each and every person, which is gonna turn off some people because they don't want to feel uncomfortable in the situation that are being presented. But I absolutely just found everything about this series just absolutely great, fantastic. Just it works on so many different levels. And on top of that, you have a main character, Baymax, is once again voiced by Scott Adsit, and it's a character that really just it delves into the humanistic approach about someone who just believes in trying to help people. And there was I don't know if it was IGN or whoever said it, but it's like the reverse Terminator, that instead of trying to kill people, it's actually trying to help people, but it is doing it in a very forceful way. But the way they're trying to do it is harmless. And I really love that kind of stuff. When you see how he's trying to approach the old woman with the pool situation or the young girl, it's funny and outrageous sometimes, but the purpose is like heartfelt and heartwarming. I really enjoyed that. I really felt something for that. And that's why I hope the series, I'm assuming there's going to be a season 2, keeps doing it, is approaching and kind of allowing the real world scenarios to breach into a world that once again is a culmination of San Francisco and Tokyo. The fact that it just does it in such fervor and such great manners. I really appreciate that, and I absolutely loved it for what it's worth. And I guess that's why I kind of love what Disney's doing right now, is they're willing to just kind of allow creators to do what they need to do, and they're allowing them to do subjects that may not be couth with a lot of people, but it really does work. I really think it's funny. I think it's entertaining, and I think it justifies itself for being something really intriguing and original for a company that has a lot of unoriginal stuff sometimes. It's just how it is, but I really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it, especially if you like Big Hero 6, if you love the idea of, real world topics being explained and, being proposed and being put out there, but also that the fact that Baymax is just a fantastic character, and the characters that are represented are fantastic. On top of that, there is a overarching story which actually plays out in the last episode. So, but with that said, that is gonna be my take on the first season of the Disney Plus original series. That is Baymax. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. What do you think of the series? If you watch it, like I said, it's very, very short for the first season, so definitely check it out. It will not waste a lot of your time, I guess you could say. So, anyways, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.